Do you feel like you're not getting any better in Valorant? You may be the type of player who thinks that your team is the one weighing you down, or think that you're the one weighing the team down. If you're one of these players, this video is perfect for you. Hi, my name is Kiro, also known as Sonder in Valorant, and in this video, I will be tackling the mental side of improving in Valorant, which means this video will be covering ways to have the right mindset, properly communicate with your team, and things you should consider while playing Valorant. Before this guide starts, I would like to say a few things. This guide is not a solution to all of your problems. These all came from my own experience playing Valorant, and these are the solutions that worked for me. With that in mind, there may be some tips here that may not work for you. This guide is based on my own opinions, but I do hope that you can at least take something away from the video. With that out of the way, let's start with the first step towards improving your mindset in Valorant. Your mentality is always the #1 priority when it comes to improving. When you are in a competitive match, you shouldn't be worried about losing your rank. If you are on the verge of losing, don't start thinking, "There's nothing I can do, you lost." Instead, you should think about what you can do in the current round you are in. Not the whole match itself, but the exact round you are playing. How much HP do you and your teammates have? How much utility is available for your team and the enemy team? Is your team playing an eco round or are you all running full buys? Comebacks are always possible, and when you play your cards right, you might be able to win a hopeless match. As Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over. If your rank is affecting your mentality to play properly, then I have a few words for you. Your rank does not matter. Your skill is determined by how good you play, not by some rank placement you get for winning matches. Rank should be thought of as an achievement, rather than a status to keep. You should be playing to learn, not to keep your rank. When you die, you should think about why you died. Was it your positioning? Did you run out of bullets? Did you make a bad decision? Were you overextending? Ask yourself why you died every round, and make sure you don't die the same way in the future. We fail so we can learn. That's why it should be okay to make mistakes, because you will learn to prevent yourself from making the same mistake in the future. Learning is a process. Everyone will experience many failures, and there's no exception to that. What matters is you tried your best. That's all that anyone can ask for. If you want to redeem yourself after getting tilted from a match, don't. Tilt queuing is a dangerous cycle that will cause you to lose more games. After losing, I suggest you do these things instead of re-queuing. 1. Play unrated. Playing unrated will keep you pressure free, therefore giving you more opportunities to learn without being stressed to play well. 2. Take a nap. Sleep is a very important factor when it comes to improving. Being tired while playing will drastically reduce your performance, so suggest having around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. 3. Eat food. Eating the right amount of food every day will provide your brain with enough nutrients to keep working at peak performance. So remember to eat your fruits and veggies. Taking breaks will help you reset your mentality and make you lose less elo to reduce stress and give you more chances to improve your performance. Your rank doesn't matter, but your mental state does. Now, you may get toxic because your teammates are trash and you think they are holding you back, but let's be honest, it's all in your head. To avoid this toxicity, you should never expect anything from your teammates. This may sound rude, but I will explain. If you expect anything from your teammates, you may get disappointed because they don't do the things you think they should do. Because not everyone thinks the same way. There are former players in your team that have a different mindset, a different playstyle, a different role, and a different perspective. You're playing with other human beings, so stop expecting them to play the same as you. Adding on to this, do not expect them to play off of you. They may not be aware of your positioning or how to position themselves to get trades. So you should be the one adjusting for them. Play off of your teammates, not the other way around. Position yourself so you can play off their actions. If they die, you can trade them. If they have utility to use, you can use it to your advantage. Do not force anybody to play for you, unless it is absolutely necessary. Use words of suggestion instead of putting them down. Instead of "why don't you fucking aim correctly," you should try aiming your crosshair at head level. Use the map to guide your crosshair. Another example is if you're saying, "our defense is so fucking shit." You could say something like, maybe two of us hold one side each, and one will defend mid. It sounds so much better when you are trying to help your team instead of telling them how bad they are. You may lose because of them, sure, but you will be helping them get better in the future. You should also take initiative when they don't. If you're losing because your teammates are uncoordinated, tell them what you think is the best course of action. May it be 5-stacking a site, asking them to smoke off an area, asking them to use their utility in the map, or ask them to plant in a certain spot so you can play off your utility. Players, especially in low elo, tend to avoid communication. So when no one else is talking about what to do, you should step up and be a temporary in-game leader for your team. If you're experiencing toxicity instead of being toxic yourself, it is much better to calmly diffuse the situation. If a player is toxic to you or your teammate, convince them to be better towards other people by guiding them on how they should think in-game, instead of talking trash back. An example is something like, I know that we might be weighing you down, but if we work together, we may be able to make a comeback. If you can't convince them that their toxicity is making your team lose more rounds, then you should encourage your team to mute them, so the toxic player can't affect their mentality during the match. There are some other things you can do that are more focused on practicality. You can do these along with the things I have talked about. 1. Have a goal in mind per day. When you wake up and play your daily match of Valorant, set a goal for yourself, whether it be practicing your crosshair placement, your positioning, your decision making, or something else. 2. Have a routine before playing. Warming up before your matches will reduce the chances of you making a rash decision or whiffing your shots. It may also help get rid of anxiety before playing a match. 3. Analyze your own gameplay. This is a little more specific and requires you to have a recording software because Riot Games has no built-in replay capture to view your own games, so you have to do that by yourself. This will help you understand how you play without having to think about it in-game. And lastly, breathing exercises. You can do this before, after, and while playing. Doing breathing exercises will help calm your body down and may help you reduce stress while playing. Valorant is a team-based tactical shooter, which means you have to work as a team to achieve a common goal, to win. Coordination comes from good communication, a good mindset, and being a good person. Be open-minded about your teammates, and cut them some slack if they're not pulling their own weight. What matters is that you learn how to play better, because the more knowledge you have, the higher chances of winning you get. Don't worry about losing. There's always an opportunity to learn from loss, and this in turn will help you win in the future. Learn how to handle unfavorable situations by thinking rationally, not by losing hope or by blaming your team for dying. I hope this guide helps you in your journey through Valorant. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you win your games. This is Kiro signing off.